What's up, guys? Mark Augustine here, and in this video, I'm going to tell you the one thing that you're going to need to do that will make you successful in eBay dropshipping. So, like, subscribe, stay to the end of the video. This is going to be based of whether you do bulk theory, sniping, or product substitution, regardless of the strategy of eBay dropshipping. This is the one thing you're definitely going to have to learn to consistently do to build a successful eBay dropshipping business and generate sales. Okay, so what is this one thing? What is this thing that you're talking about, Mark? I know you're looking at me like I'm trying to make them some sort of magic. So this is the thing. In eBay dropshipping, there are three general strategies. There's the bulk method, where you list thousands of items in a short space of time and increase the probability of sales. But your goal is to get higher margins and lower sales per item. Then there's the sniper method, where you find items that sell successfully multiple times in the past 30 days. When I was applying the sniper method, I would list only items that sold 4 times in the past 30 days. I would lower the price and keep the same title. And then there's a product substitution method, which I'll make a full video on, where you'll find items that sold successfully on eBay, take the exact same title, change the actual source, so you're changing the images and the price, so you're targeting that item. So whether you're using any one of these three strategies, the one thing that you're going to want to do is to build a seller's list. What do you mean, Mark? What are you talking about? What do you mean build a seller's list? If you guys have followed me before, you know what I'm talking about. But building a seller's list means going into eBay, building a list of actual eBay sellers that you could come back to find successful. If you're using the bulk theory method, you're finding items that sold, you're getting the right category, but you're changing the title. If you're using a sniper method, you're coming back to take the exact same items and lower the price. If you're using the product substitution method, it's the same concept, where that is the base of where you're going to systematically on a daily basis find items to sell. And why are you starting there? You're starting there because you want to systemize your work. You want an actual action that will give you sales on a daily basis. It will give you a start on eBay where you're using data of items that actually sold to find items to list in your own store. So let me just jump in my computer really quickly and just show you how this is the longest, this is a process in the bulk theory method that takes the most time. Everything else in the bulk theory method, which is the one that I practice, you set the software and it works. But this is the actual process. You have to put in some work. So like, subscribe, jump in the description. I'll put a link to the community. I'll put a link to Ecom Sniper. But let me jump into my computer and show you what I mean. So if you look at this page, this is a list of 194 sellers that I use on one store. So if for the bulk theory method, if you're trying to run a store using the bulk theory method, I would say you need at least 200 sellers that you could come back to on a consistent basis. And I know you guys are watching this, and I hope you don't just steal my sellers. But what I will do to find the sellers is I'll first go to Amazon. So there are two ways to do this. You could go to Amazon. You could find best sellers on Amazon. So let's say we find, I don't like to list a lot of food, but let's say we go to this item. Best sellers automotive. If you notice, I could cheat a bit and there's a link here that allows us to find this directly on eBay using Ecom Sniper. But that is exactly what it is. So you have this guy, he's selling the same item for $18.24. The item is $17.99 here. Let's see if it's 36. So you know is it? No, that's his 72. So that he may not be a drop shipper. This does not seem to be a drop shipper. So this guy is selling the same 36 at 20 at $20, so it's above the price. So we could assume he's a drop shipper. So what I would do is I will go through and I'll find all the guys, all the sellers. So I'll copy this, add it to my sellers list, and manually go through and find all the guys selling this exact same item at a higher price and save them. Now, if I want to find, and that is if I start on eBay, if I start on Amazon. If I start here and I could go into one of my, if you're currently selling, you could go into an item that you sold, or if you're brand new, you could search something like microwave. And you want, and when you look at this, you could assume that this, well, he's shipping from Thailand, so I wouldn't say it's a drop shipper. It actually says from Thailand here. This is an open box, not a drop shipper. This seems like a drop shipper, so I'll copy the seller here and put it on my sellers list. And guys, the purpose of this is that we come back using Ecom Sniper. We put them through the Ecom Sniper software, and it takes the current sellers. If you're not using any software, what you could do is this. You could go to the sellers page. So let's find the seller. Sold 21 times, 24 times. So you go to his page, you scroll down, you want all his sold items completed, and that will show you all his completed items. But that is what you will systematically do. You'll build a sellers list, and on a daily basis, if you do not want to use software, you could come back to this page and snipe these items. If you do use software like Sniper, you could run it through the software. But the purpose of this video, the bottom line is, what you need to do is have a system where you build a base that would give you listings on a consistent basis, give you successful listings on a consistent basis, and that starts with your sellers list. Like, subscribe, let me stop rambling. Let me know in the comment section how else I can help you. Have a good one, guys.